Hey guys, this here's my new live trap, and this is my dog Fancy. She's a jack shit beagle. Her mom was a pure blood beagle, and her dad was a Shih Tzu and a Jack Russell Terrier mix. She's my baby. We don't have any kids, so me and Jenny love her to death. Anyway, let me see if I can get her to roll over. Roll over, baby. You see these scratches here on her belly, and she's got another wound here on her shoulder and a spot on her ear. Well, it was about, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning a couple nights ago. She was whining. I just thought she had to go to the bathroom. So I let her out, and she just goes tearing out the door. And then, like, not even 3, 4, 5 seconds later, man, I just hear this hell of a fight start. And she's yelling, screaming, yipping, comes running back in the house, and she's all tore up. Well, she got into a fight with 2 raccoons that was out here, because right back there in that planter, that's Shelly. We got strawberries planted in there. Little planter I made out of rocks I bring home. And then these trees right here are mulberry trees. That's a mulberry tree. That's a mulberry tree. That's a mulberry tree. Well, this time of year, every year, at the middle of the night, we'll get woke up by these coons out here in these trees just fighting each other, man. It sounds horrible. I don't know if you guys ever heard raccoons fight, but it's like 2 50-pound tomcats going at it. It's loud, man. They are vicious. So Jenny went out and bought this live trap yesterday, and it's a good idea, because we don't want our dog getting messed up. So I'm going to take it back here in the woods and set it up, and it's going to become a feature here on my channel. And every time I catch something, I'm going to show it. We're just going to release the stuff, I'm not going to kill it. We're just going to take it away from the house and get rid of it, because I live like 300 yards from the river, and there's a huge couple 100-acre woods on the other side of me, and this fence row right here behind me. The animals travel from the woods to the river all the time, man. We see foxes, coyotes, rabbits, squirrels, coons, possums, skunks. I mean, you name it. Turkeys. They're here in our backyard. We see them all the time. In the wintertime, there's tracks all over the place, coyote tracks. So, I don't know if this is a huge trap. It's the biggest one that we could find around. A coyote would fit in it, but I don't know if they're pretty smart. I don't know if you'd be able to catch one in a live trap. And I know there's a red fox that lives down the fence row, about halfway between where we live and the big woods, about 100 yards from our place. Because this winter I was walking around, I seen the tracks. I followed him back to his little den there, and he's got in the fence row. So, all right, let me get the dog put up, and I'm gonna go get some bait, and we'll unbox this trap here, and we'll find a spot to put it back here in my little woods and see what happens. I'll be back in a minute. This is what we bought. It's a County Line 42-inch 15 by 15 quick set catch and release animal trap. Ideal for foxes, armadillos, raccoons, and more. Robust mesh, heavy gauge steel, sensitive trigger mechanism, durable, easy to set, ready to use, satisfaction guaranteed. Well, I was just taking a look at it, and I'm not satisfied, and it's not ready to use, because up here where you set the door open, it's bent. It's all bent up here in the corner. The door doesn't even open right. And under this cardboard here, where the trigger is, it's all bent, and the trigger doesn't even pop up, so it's not ready to use. It's all fucked up. Pardon my French. So, let me get this thing straightened out and fixed, and it's even broke up here. The weld broke. I know that was pretty rough shipping it, or throwed her on the store or something, or I don't know. Something happened to it. Let me get it fixed, make sure it's working. I'll be back, then we'll go put it in the woods. Alright, 20 minutes later, and like 15 zip ties, a pair of fencing tools, one of my throwing knives, a hammer, and a little pair of pliers. But oh yeah, check out this little rock I found when I was checking the mail. Pretty badass, huh? Ragnar, I know you're jealous. Anyway, all right, I got it all straightened out. It's working good. I already got it open because it's hard to do, you know, with I got one hand. But you just, let me see, the sun's blinded me. All right, you gotta pull this up, and then you pull the door up, and there's a trigger right here. And this rod goes down all the way down to this little plate here that they step on. Once the animal crawls in here, they step on this plate, and that moves this rod and releases this trigger. I think I got it working good. Let me try it. Yep. So that was just the weight of this little rod here. So it's working pretty good. I don't blame the trap company. It's a good trap. It's well built, but you know, either the shipping company or it got thrown around in the store, stuff stacked on top of it. I don't know. It was all messed up when I got it. It took me a while to fix it, but it's a good trap. I mean, it was $70 at the farm store. If you guys are interested in buying one. All right. Let's show you where I want to put it. I know the yard needs mowed, but I've been arrowhead hunting. This is our little getaway here in the woods. There's another rock pile. This is Shelly, little planter I made. Shelly's my name. I'm a snapping soft cooter box mix. I think it's funny. The old lady don't think it's that funny, but you know, I made it, so. Look at this big ass rock. I got a bigger one right here. I'm gonna get moved and put on the other side. We got the lights sitting on them. We got lights all down through here. It looks cool at night. So this is our little camping area. We got 3 acres. There's only about half of an acre, but it's wooded. This is our little secret trail. There's a sign I made a couple years ago. Welcome to our secret rock garden. I got this gate here. This is just a cattle panel. It closes. We had grapevines growing up on it last year, and it hit it pretty good. These are all rocks I bring home from when I'm out arrowhead hunting. Got a little tunnel going back here. These are just cables I got from where I get the spools that I make my targets out of. Here's a sign I made. Should I touch it? Oh, just kidding. It's not electric. I just made that to mess with people. All right, focus. Here's our little path. Going back to our little camp area, or a little getaway. It needs mowed. I ain't been back here in a while. This is where our second axe and knife throwing range is. I really need to get back here and do some work. There's a little fire pit I built. Sunk the rocks down and around it. It needs cleaned out bad. We got a bench back here. I got these spools here I got from where I get all the other spools. These are little ones. We stand right here in the middle when we throw. I made this table out of a big ass piece of 3/4 inch marine grade plywood. It's just like a picnic table we got back here. There's the target area. It's pretty beat up, but you know, we throw a lot of knives. I made this swinging target here. It's pretty cool. It's good practice and it's good fun. We just play a game where we throw 6 knives at it, and one after another, and then whoever gets closest to the center wins. The games go pretty quick, only about 30 seconds, a minute long for each game. But anyway, I was going to put it back here. I don't know, I might. I think if I do, I'll put it in this little clearing here. You got to kind of have it where it's hidden and it's going to be in the shade. Because, you know, if you catch one that sits there for overnight or the next day, if you can't get to it while you're at work, you don't want them to be sitting in the sun. You know, I'm just trying to catch them and release them somewhere else. I'm not trying to torture them or kill them or anything. So I think I'm going to put it right here at the beginning of this, our little path. Should work. Let me grab the weed eater and get them weeds out of the way and make a good flat spot for it to sit on. I'll grab some branches and some stuff to pile around it. And then I'll grab the trap and I'll be right back. I decided to put it in a different spot because I found a pile of scat that was full of mulberries. Kind of disgusting, but it's close to where we've been seeing them. I mean, I'm sure they're all over the place back in here having a ball. But I just put it right here at the beginning of our little walkway. I cut a few limbs off the trees, kind of camouflage it a little bit. Put a little sign here for him. You know, in case he needs a little extra encouragement to go ahead and climb in there. I ain't sure if raccoons can read or not, but he might be a smart one. I don't know. It's all set. I got a can of tuna back there. I didn't take the lid off. I just took an axe and busted a bunch of holes on the top of it because I'm a cheapskate and I want to see how many coons, possums, foxes, whatever we can catch off of one can. And it's, you know, the holes are punched down into the can, so even if they're licking at it, they're not going to cut their tongue. The animal's not going to be injured in any way. So, all right, we're going to let this sit and hopefully have a video here pretty soon, maybe even tonight, of what we catch. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.